we're going to take you along with us today, and we're going to make some victory gardens. Maybe you've heard of these. They did these in World War II in order to help accommodate some of the food shortages that were going on at that time. So with all the craziness that's going on, we're gonna go ahead and make some victory gardens in our windowsills. What we're gonna do is I'm gonna come up 12 inches, put a bracket, shelving, so we can maximize all of this space to start growing seeds and microgreens and whatever else we want to grow. So this is the south face. We've got this big window here. We have this 3-foot span window here that we're going to also utilize. And then in my boys' room, they have a 3-foot window span that we're going to make some brackets so we can put some shelving in the windows. We do have these east facing windows. You can see how beautiful our view is out here. But we're gonna put some shelving in these windows temporarily for spring to get things started. Our south facing windows, we can start all of our edible food that we will put in the garden and utilize this space. Decided to get a 2x, which is really not actually 2 inches. It's like 1 inch and 3/4, I think. So we went ahead and got just a thicker board. Now these are 8 inches wide, and we bought them in 12-foot lengths so I could cut them down to increments of 3 foot and 6 foot. You can see it's 7.5. It's not actually 8 inches. So I'm cutting my planks down to 7.5. And you'll see it's actually not a 2x. It's actually 1.5 inches. We'll start cutting some brackets that will go underneath. I have these markers on my miter saw, so I'm cutting it right at 7.5, so I can basically use that as a jig, and I can cut real quickly and get this done. I'm just gonna cut this edge off so it just makes a little bit sharper look for not so fast. 6 foot. And that was just under 3 foot. Do just under 3 feet so it won't be super tight. And then I'll cut right on the line. I'll show you a trick. If you use your speed square as a guide, line up your blade right here. Line up your blade so it hits where you want it on the mark. And then put your speed square where you want it. Quickly like that. See how it's kind of soft? It don't have to be perfect, but it just takes off those really rough edges, but it still gives it that rugged look. See that? Yeah. Just so you don't get a sliver. Okay, there you go. We're gonna mark these at 1 foot increments for our shelves to put our brackets up, like that. So there's 1 foot at 12 inches, and the next one's 24. Now our boards are 1.5 inches thick, so we're going to drop down 1.5 inches. That's our next measurement. Let's go up to 36. 36, drop down 1.5 inches, 1.5 right there. What I'm doing is I'm pre-drilling the holes that I'm going to be putting the screws in so it doesn't split my boards. And then I've already gone through and marked my lines and then leveling my block once I get it screwed in so everything is level and fits. All right, so we got our victory garden in. This window is a 6-foot span. And we have shelves at 12 inches up, in which we have 4 bays or shelves. We're really happy with the way that it turned out. We haven't painted the wood or anything like that, but they are removable. They can be pulled out, as you saw the way we put them in. They're not secured. The only thing that is secured are the brackets underneath, which you could hardly see if we took the shelves out and let the curtains down. We added 1 shelf on these east windows. You can see that my kids have planted some green beans, and they're already starting to take off and produce some beans. And here we are in the middle of March. But we did not put any more brackets up here. We just left this 1 window open, and it actually lined out really well with the plastic bracket of the window. And then we did the same over here on this window, and we're gonna put our aloe vera plants probably in this window. We have these small little window sill brackets. These are 3 feet wide, but the same height as the large window. But you can see how this stuff just pulls right out. And after spring planting, we will take everything out and have our window back. But I want to give you a special thanks for joining us on making our victory gardens today. I want to give credit to WranglerStar for the idea of doing victory gardens. we went ahead and started some in our windowsills. Even though we plant gardens outside, we can now extend our season. Please remember to like and subscribe and follow us on our journey of sustainable living. Thanks, guys.